We start. Folks, until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. I'll say that again. Well, folks, I said until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Hello and welcome to the most opinionated hour on radio and the nation's thought-provoking hour. I am Nana Ansah Kwao IV, Chief of the Little Republic of Akwemu Edumasa. Another beautiful Monday is here in this very, very beautiful studio. Indeed, I am sort of stuck in a modern capsule, if I can describe it as that, and I trust that today's show will be just as beautiful as the day and the studio. 25 years, multimedia is still leading the pack. Well done, team, well done. Really innovative, really smart, really refreshing. Well done. Folks, today we will travel the road less traveled. I think it's been less traveled out of fear, hypocrisy, I don't know, but it's less traveled. Vote in peace without sacrifice. Vote in peace without sacrifice. That's our topic today, folks. It's a brief but very important topic. Folks, so important it may be, classified as one of our time-wasting shows. Sometimes when we bring, these all-important shows, we declare it as time-wasting because but this is one of such shows. It's bordering on a time-wasting show. Very brief, but definitely important. Definitely not talked about. Not talked about. But it's very funny, though, because I am a chief. The little mention of sacrifice and people think, there we go. He wants blood. He wants some sheep to die. Some may even think I need to bury a cow, full cow alive. Well, no, I don't. That's not the type of sacrifice I'm talking about this evening. But folks, let me share an old joke with you, which will come to play later, folks. So once upon a time, two guys go into a chop bar, right? And they go to order the fufu as usual. So guy number one goes, buys a little fufu, gets just a piece or two pieces of meat, comes to sit down to mind his own business. Guy number two comes, buys a little piece of fufu filled with stacks of meat. Every meat in the soup is on his pot of fufu. Comes down to eat, and they're eating and eating away. And the guy with the many meat goes to the guy with the little meat, what says your time? The guy with the little meat, obviously upset, says that, didn't you know you needed a watch when you were buying all that meat? Oh, tosa na minya ntino nim so here watch. Bisao namano. To which he says, ask your meat what time it is. It's an old joke, but it will come to play as I do the narration, folks. Now, I don't know, folks, how we do it, but we seem to have perfected this turn a blind eye attitude culture. Sometimes I'm not sure if we genuinely don't know or just being hypocritical. The issue of money in politics has never been a secret. Some even come out to mention the amount they spend. There's been occasions where the amount they spend is a bit more than what they are expected to earn in their guaranteed term in office. It's amazing. Guaranteed 4 years, yet spending as though the position is for a lifetime. We see it. We hear it. Folks, sometimes we even know it. Other times, it's literally live on telly where they are granting interviews and declaring how much they spent. But it's business as usual. Folks, there are those whose lives' significance is tied to politics. family background is nothing to write home about. He has done nothing meaningful or significant, but joins school politics, then to professional politics, manages to get a position in the party. So to him, if the party loses, he's finished. All his strings are tied to this party. But that's not all, folks. There are thousands of positions that are hinged to a party being in power. Some are very sensitive. So far as the party is in power, they are fairly secure. They live like kings above the law. They drive big cars and sometimes even drive us off the road because they are the most important persons at the moment. Unless Manasseh catches them out that they've done something bad, they are fairly secure to enjoy their life. And their hopes, their wishes, is to get their proverbial 8 years of luxury life. At least in your 2 terms, be there. Okay. Folks, I know you are waiting for me to land on the peace thing, but let me build this case, because if we are going to change 2 decades and a half conversation, then be patient as I build this case, because it's a major conversation that should be hard. I know we are scared of it, but we must have it. Folks, the truth too is that some of these guys are not able to do any work after they leave political office. Until they come back to power, that's it. They go through hell. He's been there. He's been a big man before, with a driver, with a personal policeman, And then from that life, the only way else is up. But you know what? After you leave political circles, there are no stairs going up from there again. Which company is going to hire you and hire a policeman to follow you and give you all those perks? Not many companies will do that. So he has to go from door to people he helped when he was in power to see if they will help him now. It's a very scary position. Your children are used to a certain lifestyle. Your wife is used to a certain lifestyle and has to keep up with the Joneses. And it's not easy. The money is not coming in. You literally have to find a way to pretend that it's all okay. And so you go through campaigning to make sure you come back to power or stay in power. It's not easy, I'm up for. But don't forget about the hungry youth. To him, this is the cocoa season. He goes out there sticking posters, buzzed around to fill parks and rally grounds, doing errands, and 1 or 2 occasions maybe do the worst, cause some commotion somewhere, throw some stones somewhere, do something. He sometimes is not employable, folks. He has no skill. To him, this is it until the next 4 years. He knows very well that after this election, he will not have access to Honorable again. If Honorable wins or loses, that's it. He's not going to have access to him again. So he has to milk him till thy kingdom come. So folks, with all these at stake, we have the National Peace Council, we have the NCCE, the Christian bodies, many others telling us that we have to vote in peace, ballot with no bullets. How? Folks, how is that even conceivable? Folks, there has never been peace attained without sacrifice. Let me repeat it. There has never been peace attained without sacrifice. Not even from the days of Adam, right there in the Garden of Eden. For there to be peace, there should be some sacrifice. For peace to prevail, someone has to sacrifice. So folks, you tell me, all of the above situations I have listed, who should sacrifice? The politician spending his life savings? The novice who's landed a dream position and living like a king? Or the hungry youth whose only chance of getting a flat screen, a fan, a fridge, a bottle of gas, a motorcycle, some cars, which of the above do you think is ready to give up? Folks, that's the conversation we should be having. Because other than that, then we should be looking at ballots with bombs. Forget about without bullets. It should be ballots with bombs. If we're not ready to have that conversation, then we must be ready that for every ballot, for every 2 ballots, there'll be some bomb attached to it. But you see, we got all this, go to the politician, get a screen, get a TV, get this, get that. We got all that, and then we ran around and then turn around and said we want good governance. And that's why I said the joke will come to play. Folks, I'm sure the politician will just look at you in the face and say, your roads are bad. Go and ask your flat screen in your room. Go and ask you want good roads? Go and open the fridge. You see a good road in there. So we demand all these things from them, all these huge sums of money, and then we turn around and say, we want good governance. Good governance for what? From where? And the Sojamai is a typical. I mean, I look at my road, folks. I look at the state of my roads. It's a nightmare. And I look at the youth, getting all these TVs and fridges and things and demanding money from these people. And I'm thinking, if this guy wins or lose, whatever it is, I mean, are you ever going to go to him to say, go and get me a nice road? From the where? From the where? Because even if the contractor comes over as a Jack, my boka winti usikano, mamefa nafafa koye kwaino. I mean, that's where we are now. Who should sacrifice? So, folks, I strongly believe that we should stop the hypocrisy and face the fact that the narrative has to change from mere we want peace, vote for peace. We have only one Ghana, really? Who said we don't know? That drum has been beaten too many times and nobody's dancing to it. You know why? Because it doesn't sink. The issue on the table, the conversation on the table this evening is who should sacrifice? Because if there's no sacrifice, forget about peace. I was told once about a candidate, going for primaries. Here he sat in his 4-wheel drives all tinted, going round to the delegates, giving out as much as 2,000 Ghana cedis. And as soon as you take it, they open the back door and there's this guy, funny looking with the whole bosom or deity at the back of the car, and they tell you, swear that when you go, you will vote, otherwise you're dead. And so from nowhere that he sprang into this competition, he won, and everybody was wondering, why did he win? Apparently he's going round with a deity at the back of the car, and people have to swear. You get the money, you swear that if you go and you don't vote, they'll be sincere. So folks, that's how high the stakes are. So we leave the stakes so high, and then we come back and sit home and say we want peace. How? we leave the stakes so high for each and everyone. The politician, the guy who's just found his job and now living like a king, the hungry man sticking posters and hanging flags to make a living, and we sit down and say, we want peace. You can't have peace. And so today the conversation I'm putting on the table is who should sacrifice? Who should sacrifice? Or maybe you know who. It's 0302-216-541. 0302-216-541. Well, who's my
IBA
first?
is bombing his own people.
Who's my first caller? Hello? Hello? Who's my first caller? Derek, are you there? Hello, can you hear me? Derek, can you hear me? Hello, Derek. Hello? Anyone on the line? I'm sure I'll get you. 0302-216-541. Send your WhatsApp to 055-111-197. Okay, let's see who's on the line. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Kofi from Tema.
Kofi, let me hear you.
Well, it's interesting today that your studio is messing up since the Super Morning Show.
I know, right?
And, it's a new studio.
It's just too
and
modern.
I'm available. You can employ me. I am a very good technician.
Oh, good.
Okay. Anyway, the topic that we've raised today is equally very interesting, just like last week. But again, they should sacrifice. The politicians should sacrifice. Why am I saying this? In the civilized world, the civilized underlying world, where some of them went to school and they read their system and they know their system, you cannot even do what they are doing here in Ghana. It is a crime to give a gift to a voter. It's a crime. So for you to call some people, give them money, and then ask them to swear, sometimes I wonder, these people, when they travel abroad and they go to school, they have the benefits of being in the Western world, why is it that when they come down, they are unable to implement any of those, and they end up blaming us, the people? Somebody having gone to school, the person doesn't even understand how politics works. All they know is that, because that's what the MPs have been doing, every 4 years, they would bring them gifts. They will bring them rice. They will bring them bulbs. They will bring them footwear. They will bring them fish. All kinds of things will be brought to them. So once the MP is coming, they also dress up in their party colors, and they go there and they are waiting for the gift. It is not it is not their fault, because that is what the MPs are doing. So MP from NDC is doing it. MP from MPP is doing it. Even within their own political party, during the primaries, the one who gives the most money to the delegates gets elected. It is they are the cause. It is not the people. If nobody gives money to anybody, people will then vote according to their conscience and what they think. But once you, the one who is campaigning, wants to use money to influence the delegates, then you are the one at fault, because you feel that if you don't do it, your opponents will do it.
Thank you very much. Let's see what others are also saying with regards to this. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, sir, Nana.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir, my godfather.
Derek.
Yes, sir.
Good, let me hear you. Who should sacrifice for the peace?
Sir, I think it cut across. the politicians themselves should know electing them into office is just a service. So they don't have to lord it over us. 2, we, the electorate, I think we also have a bigger problem because you'll be killing one because you belong to Party A and then you belong to Party B or Z. Who is killing who for what purpose? And what are we expecting to achieve at the end of the day? Because like you rightly said, after we've elected them into office, it's difficult to get access to them. So why should we be going around fighting amongst ourselves and then just electing people? And then where are the development? Well, just 3 days ago, somebody insulted me, which I will leave his name out of it. So I think the better the earlier we sit up, the better it will be for us. I thank you so very much, Nana.
I thank you too. Well, basically, what I'm saying is that when it gets to election, it becomes literally as just mujassim. And nibrism. It's not, and the EC is under pressure. Everybody is suspected. I mean, you realize that the tension goes up. And, this time we hear there are hundreds of flashpoints where the slightest thing, the chaos could come. And that's why I'm asking, who should sacrifice for that peace, for all this tension to come down? And I've narrated how somebody spent money, somebody's just found luxury life, the other is so hungry and receiving. And so unless some of these parties say, well, I don't care if I have a good life today and tomorrow I don't have it, or all the money I've spent, don't worry, me and Father Christmas, you can have it for free. The guy who's hungry is saying, look, I don't care, I just want to stay and be hungry. Until these groups of people, how do we get peace? Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I hope you're doing well.
I'm good.
And immediately I started making my notes, then I mentioned hypocrisy, then you hit it, and I was laughing. And you know what? Mm-hmm. The crazy things people can do because they are supporting their candidates, you mentioned them, throwing stones, causing confusion, but you've forgotten about kidnapping some people and also shooting at people. And just this weekend, I came from my hometown, and my uncle was telling me that when his son trying to contest the incumbent MP, they threatened to shoot him. So there was a message to the guys that this guy is coming with a Range Rover. If you see the Range Rover around, fire. And now why? Who should, sacrifice? The thing is, there are some gold in there for them to dig. So they will never sacrifice. So you who are come to taste, you sacrifice for peace. As for them who are looking for the power at all costs, they will never sacrifice. When they come on radio and television, they preach peace and let's come together. But even among them, when they go for primaries and one loses, that one say, I will never agree. So if there is peace and love, and for the sake of love of the party, why must somebody say, I'm going for independence because I've lost and I don't understand? Once we are all in the same party, they will never want to sacrifice because the goal that they are going to take, they will always force themselves by hook or crook to go there. Nana, the politicians who are preaching peace should sacrifice, they will not. That's our problem, Nana. God bless you.
God be with you too for calling Ajima in there in Community 9. This one is in Godwin in Afienya, Nana. Well said. I believe the sacrifice we should be considering is empowering the youth with skills through technical and vocational education and creating an enabling environment for them to set up themselves. That way, we will not rely on politicians for our daily bread. But who's on the line with me?
Hello.
Hello, who's on the line with me?
My name is Peter T.
Peter T, let me hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. My brother, you asked some valid questions. It's all about who should be able to reconcile with the ECs and this rank and file so that we can let some peace prevail, in connection with our election. And I think some of you must even know better because I always talk about one thing, especially about your program, that is so educative and then also informative. That is why some of us have become regular listeners and monitors of your program. And I believe that what is happening today, you just look at people, Ghanaians, because of exchange of money when it comes to issues of if our planning before you select somebody to represent a particular political party. Look at money that are being resources that are being used there to influence delegates to vote for them. So you realize that by the close of the day, the wrong person is being selected. And that wrong person, because of the political party he or she represents, which is the dominant political party in that very constituency, where the opponent cannot win, he is going to win. Then we begin to suspect that our candidate is a wrong candidate that we selected or we have voted for. And that is why most of our electorate always become so much peace, and then they begin throwing insinuation, trying to, castigating, their own parliamentary candidates, castigating their parliament, how do you call it, their MPs, and then the president. Just look, somebody will get up today and try to damage the reputation of the president, indicting the president and his office, accusing the president being partisan in his deal to tackle corruption, non-payment of, like the recent, how do you call it, the OSP, the Office of the Special, Prosecutor. You I think you monitored all, especially the letter that was written to the president. Painting, labeling the president being corrupt, and then his payment of emoluments of his office, so on and so forth. So
thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. 0302216541. I'm just saying that the narration should change from "we want peace" to "who should sacrifice." Hello, who's talking to me? Hello? Okay. Okay, hello, who's talking to me? Hello? Hello, anyone talking to me? Zero 302216541 and hello, who have I got?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, who's talking to me?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, Nana, my name is Simon.
Simon, let me hear you.
Yeah. Nana, concerning the topic that you are discussing, personally, I just sometimes don't understand what is going on in our country about politics. Because I just don't know what kind of power or money or whatever the people want. We are just going to show, like, that we are voting for one person and then that's all. And look at what is happening. Sometimes you are even scared to go out. I believe that our politicians should be able to send message that will bring peace, but not something that sometimes when you listen to it, it's like you can't even understand anything. Anytime I attend the funeral of a rich man, I ask myself only one question: what is this person taking away? And I believe that we, the citizens and our politicians, should also be able to ask themselves that question and know how to play their politics well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was just trying to find out. I mean, so what? Should the politicians all go and sit in one room and decide, look, on the next elections, we're not giving anything? Well, I mean, people are just demanding. And they are honorable this and honorable that. Who's on the phone? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, who am I talking to?
Kojo.
Kojo, let me hear you.
Mwaju.
Me also.
Morning.
Good.
Nana, let me cite this scenario. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening, Kojo.
Yeah, let me cite this scenario here.
Okay.
They say, Uye Jumama. Now me say, me tell me nye Jumane mami. Nana Air Force. Nana, ope se obe sume. Ope se obe sebe omayi. Me say, me pe. Intin odie Kojo wa home. Air Force. Where to go be him? This is what the other callers just said. They know what is there, and they want to abuse it. And that is why when you are not given the opportunity to serve, I believe that you are seeking to serve and not to serve. So if we say we don't want you and we want this person, then you should just say hallelujah, stay at your corner, and thank God. But why do you have to go and influence people and do all manner of stuff just to come and hold on to power? This is outrageous. Nana Ansah.
Kojo Suminian, thank you very much for calling as a servitude by force. He's asking, but who's on the line? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who am I talking to?
Yeah, this is Mr. Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln. Good. Let me hear you.
Yeah, I listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And who should sacrifice?
Mm-hmm. If you want peace, there must be sacrifice.
That is what we are being told. You see, we lost the fight against violence. A lot of people have committed a crime and they are walking on the street. And some people are also preaching peace. Somebody should receive the slap for somebody to carry the day. Is that what the people are saying? That somebody should sacrifice for somebody to have his way. Yesterday, the police, I think yesterday or today, warning the public that the prison is full and people should conduct themselves well. And I asked myself, wrong has been committed against a lot of people, and the police are supposed to deal with those people, but they left them. They are moving free. So why should they then come and tell us that the prison is full, so people should not commit a crime? Meanwhile, yesterday there was a sweep by the police. They arrested a lot of suspected criminals. Where are they going to keep them? Are you getting me, my brother?
I'm getting
because
you.
Now there is nothing we can do. Look at the flags point all over the country. It's on the ascendancy. Meanwhile, you hear people praying, peace, 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 peace. Let's pray. My brother, there is danger ahead, to be frank with you. There is danger ahead of it.
Well, let's hope we can mitigate the danger. Let's hope some of the functions will, as I said, sacrifice. And that should be the narrative. So I'm hoping from above they will start preaching the sacrifice instead of just asking for peace. But who's on the line? Hello, who's on the line with me? Okay, who's on the line?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Who am I talking to?
Hello.
Hello? Hello, can you hear
Hello.
me? Yes, can you hear me? I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. 0302216541.
Hello.
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 Yes, who am I talking to?
Please, I'm Tony Manuel.
Let me hear you, my brother. But you have to listen to me on the phone, not from the medium. Yeah, just listen to me on the phone.
Program. Thank you for your program.
You're welcome.
One thing I want to say is that we have a whole lot of issues going all around. And the problem is coming from the delegates and the politicians as well. And one thing is that we all have to sacrifice, because if the politician brings you something, then you refuse to collect it. At least you will send it back. But so far as the person brings it and you also you are ready to collect it, nothing like sacrifice will be.
Sorry, the line dropped. 0302216541. Who do I have on the line?
Hello, sir, Nana.
Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm back again.
Derek, let me hear you.
Nana, I think the judges are just not there. And that is where the focus should rather be. Because for the politician, the way I see them is like this learning philosophy. If you torture him, he will for sure follow you always. Because he will always be hungry. And then you just throw the food at him. And the electorate too, we are so, I don't know what is happening. It's about time we sit down and know exactly what we want. We put you there. You are not doing that exactly. Get out, let us think. And then let the brother focus. That okay, these are the parameters we set for you. We want this, and that within the constituency. So if that's not attained, if you are able to even provide 70% of it, then you are qualified to go the next round. But you come and then virtually little, and then you will be paying me to go kill for your re-election. Oh, I'm sorry. God help us.
God help us. That's from Derek. 0302 216-541. Who's on the line with me? Hello, who's on the line? Who's on the line with me? Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can seem to hear you. 0302 216-541. Hello. Can you hear me? Good. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Michael.
Michael, let me hear you.
From Pokwe.
Good.
The whole thing that I'm saying is greediness.
Mm-hmm.
Because those people, they have chopped left and right. So they don't want to leave power. Both sides. The one who is fighting to come back.
Mm-hmm.
The one who is on the street chopping double. He doesn't want to do it because he's afraid. So if, like, I have that you change the constitution, you should go for one thing. Then you pass away. Then another thing we see on the constitution that we have to amend it is when election time is, the sitting government should handle the seat again. It should hand over to Chief Justice. Then the two of them will fight. If they are, now they are two of the two of them will fight for the seat. Whoever wins, then the Chief Justice hand over to the president. Then they must be peace. There will be anything that these people have authority that are telling soldiers, police to go and harass anybody. That it should be a peace. If Chief Justice is there, whoever wins, then you give the seat to him. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. 0302216541. I told you it's not a conversation that's normally it's not a nice conversation at all. It's not a nice conversation at all, but it must be hard. The narration should change. Peace, one Ghana, ballot and bullet. No, Joe. Somebody should give up. Someone, this group. Don't forget about the thousands who suddenly get jobs and get a good life. They are also in the mix. They don't want their party to lose, or they want their party to come to power. So they will do everything. Who's talking to me? Hello? Zero 0302216541.
Okay.
Hi. Who am I talking to? Hello, who am I talking to? Well, you have to apologize. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? This studio is too high tech. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, I think I can about hear you. Hello? Ebe. Okay, let's try again. Hello, who's there? Hello? Anyone there? Well, if you just joined us, hello? Hello? Try and see if you can hear me. Hello? Hello, Johnny on the line?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Let me hear you too.
Nana, the bit about somebody sacrificing, I think it's a mirage. It's a mirage in the sense that nobody wants to sacrifice.
So why do we call it? Why do we keep calling for peace then?
That is the interesting thing about it. You see, it's a vicious cycle. You want me to vote for you. Then I ask you to pay me before I vote for you. So I vote for you, you pay me, I vote for you. And then you go in there and you want to recoup the money you spend on your campaign and all those things. First, you want to get something for yourself, your family, and friends before you think about me. But the sad thing is that we, the electorate, we don't think far, as the saying goes these days. So we keep complaining. We voted you into power and now we didn't get all the development or whatever. And we are not willing to sacrifice. Say that, no, I won't pay you any money, so I won't vote for you. But we sit there and we take money from these politicians and we vote for them and they go and defeat. That's why I say it is.
Your call has been put.
Where do we break this vicious cycle?
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
Well. I told you it's a simple topic. Okay, let's try. My producer says I should try one more call. Let's see. Hello. Who's there? Hi. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Who am I talking to anyway?
Very interesting discussions you're holding in there. I just want to continue from where the last caller called up.
Sure.
When do we stop this cycle?
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone called earlier and said we need to give the youth some form of skills.
Yeah.
I think that is a good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
We need to reorient the youth. As so far as they are empowered, no one can take them for granted. If you come around seeking my assistance to be involved in some kind of violence, as it were, and I'm busy with a skill, you won't get me to follow you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is a good starting point. And then we should try hard not to take the daily things and rather look into the future. Someone comes and offer you something today. It's only for today. Because in so doing, we are the ones creating the corrupt people. How much do those people earn? We force them to get engaged in all manner of things just to be able to meet the demands of the electric. So it's a two-way affair. If we stop collecting the things they bring and try hard to be skillful, to get engaged gainfully, at a point it will stop.
God bless you too. Thank you very much. Helen Mensah, good evening, Nana. Listening to you all the way from Jekiti. God bless you. God bless you too. Well, that was the conversation this evening. That never in the history of existence has there been peace that was achieved without some sacrifice. Even when the two brothers killed one in the garden, one had to be sacrificed where he had to wear a sign on his head to walk about just so that he gets peace out there. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Countries that have gone to war until one sacrifices, the war doesn't end. And so what I'm saying is that if every 4 years we are at the brink of war, we are at the brink of tension, fighting, road deaths, there's suspicion of that, and we are calling for peace, that is not the story. The story is we need to call for sacrifice. We need to get somebody to say, you know what, I'm willing to sacrifice. If I lose, I lose. If I lose, I lose. But if the stakes are so high, where money is involved, where jobs are at stake, where livelihoods are at stake, then the story is that wherever there's a ballot, there may be some bullets. Folks, my name is Nana Ansah Kwao. Abeku was on the modern ones and twos, trust me. We look like